I'm Braxton McMurry,
And I'm Apollo Bourne.
and the book that we read is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. It has 444 pages in it.
And the literary element we're talking about is
characterization. We're doing characterization off of how she acted differently in different settings. Such as when she was in school, she talked different than she felt comfortable with, and she acted differently than how she would have if she was in like at her house or in a party, like at Big D's house.
yeah, like at Big D's house, she kind of like didn't feel like she belonged and just acted like a little anxious and like kind of jittery because she was just like didn't really feel like she fit in. Another one is like her house, because it was just like a place where she could fully be herself and just acted how she wanted to act.
Yeah.
And like especially when Khalil got shot, she just was acting herself, crying when she wanted to cry, and just
Another situation was at the police station. Well, she was getting interviewed by the police about Khalil. She had this obsession with not seeming ghetto, like she also did at her school. And the passage that I've decided to read is page 98, where the police interviewer says Khalil didn't have anything to do with the fight, and she replies, raising an eyebrow, nah. Damn it, proper English. I sit up straight. I mean, no, ma'am. We were talking when the fight occurred. I believe that this shows her characterization as wanting to act different than how she normally would, because she normally would just say nah, like she did to the police officer, but she decided that she was acting too ghetto for her liking or for the interview, or just she didn't want to be perceived in that way. So she decided to correct herself by just saying no, ma'am, and then she gave more evidence as to what she was doing at the time.
yeah. I kind of feel like it just shows how she cares about like what people think of her and not trying to be too ghetto, even though that's kind of where she lives.
We're doing grief for our theme topic because she had to go through a lot of it, such as on page 23, I believe it was, when Khalil was already shot dead by the police officer. And our global question is going to be, how do you grieve loss?
I feel like how you grieve loss is just like you just have to have people to support you and like a special support system, and just to like don't forget it, try to go through it and figure out ways you can just deal with the pain.
That's almost what it shows in the book, because The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas suggests that sometimes it can be hard to deal with loss by Star having her nightmares. After Khalil got shot, she had this nightmare with like shadows, I believe it was, that just covered her and Khalil. And
She also kind of like relapsed with her other friend Natasha that died by getting shot, and just she kind of like had to go through two deaths at once basically, because she was just remembering everything about her and Khalil and just needed her parents and her friends to just help her get through it.
She was also angry with Khalil's mom when she came to visit her mom at at like a nurse office, I believe it was, where she worked. And she was almost refusing to give her food. She like yelled at her mom for just because Khalil's mom never really acted like a mom to him.
I could also kind of like relate to it because she's just kind of in our grade level, and just some people might experience this in their lives instead of this being a fiction book. Could actually be their real life. It affected me emotionally because like I was kind of like not that happy that Khalil died in the first 20 like something pages. It's kind of not the best feeling, and like also how she had to act differently in school just because she didn't want people to see her like as ghetto also kind of like affected me a little bit.